now joined by Houston Texans J.J. Watt. J.J., good morning. I was going to ask what you've been up to during quarantine, how you been, but I already know you and your brothers, Derek and TJ, hosting your own TV show, Ultimate Tag, airing this Wednesday night on Fox, the season premiere. Tell us about it.
It's a fun game. It was a chance for me and my brothers to host a show together, which was great. We got to rib on each other and see who could read a teleprompter, who couldn't. But more importantly, it was a chance for us to watch these extreme athletes go out there and do some incredible things. I mean, this game has adrenaline, it has excitement, it has energy, it has injuries, it has everything. It's pretty wild, and these athletes are extreme. So it's a lot of fun. I think people are going to like it.
JJ, we were talking off the air. I was down in Houston right after you got to Houston, right when you were exploding onto the scene, becoming the NFL's best defensive player. You still have the NFL all-time record for most sacks per game in NFL history. You're tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards ever. In your last 5 healthy seasons, 80 games, 85 sacks. The key word there, though, is healthy. How frustrating has it been the last half decade at this point that you work as hard as you do and you've had seasons cut short due to injury?
Yeah, I mean, it's extremely frustrating. There's no doubt about it. I mean, whenever you have to deal with something like that as an athlete, all you want to do is be out there with your teammates and play the game and be able to contribute and help win. And so when you can't do that, it's tough. And then the worst part of it all is having to go through the rehab process and every single day not be able to do the things you know you can do and the things you know you want to be able to do. So I've learned a lot from it. I mean, it's forced me to grow as a human and to just learn a lot about myself. Would I go back and not have any of them if I could? Absolutely. But I can say that I have learned some things from it, and I'm looking forward to this season and the ability to go back on the field.
JJ, I have one statement and one question. The first will be the statement on behalf of my wife and our producer, Sam Pepper. Go Badgers. Second of all, we're talking about The Last Dance a little bit before the interview. I feel like the whole world viewed it through one lens and elite athletes view it through another lens. What were some of your takeaways as being an elite athlete with The Last Dance?
One of my biggest takeaways was, I mean, obviously besides the drive, the mentality, the motivation, was the on-court, off-court dynamic. I mean, just comparing it to today's world. I mean, Jordan was smoking cigars in the locker room. He was playing golf with opponents the day before finals games. He had reporters in the locker room with him, walking around with him. I mean, some of the stuff that went on off the court, I don't think you can get away with in today's world. And I think that it's just that hyper-focus, hypersensitivity. Obviously, Michael Jordan had it back then, but it's social media in today's world. I mean, imagine if LeBron walked in smoking a cigar to a game. Like, the Twitter's head would explode. It's a different world. And I think that's the biggest dynamic for me. And also it's one that I kind of take away as an elite athlete, thinking, man, this guy dominated the whole world in basketball while smoking cigars, drinking scotch, playing golf the day before games. Maybe you can loosen up just a little bit, and as long as you do your work, you can have that fun as well.
And also, back in Jordan's era, 5 guys would deliver you a pizza. Now today, it's just 1, so times have really changed. JJ, let's look at the schedule. So week 1, you travel to Kansas City, you take on the Chiefs, and then week 2, you guys host the Ravens. Which quarterback is more appetizing to you, Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson? Who's a little harder to game plan for?
It's always the first one. So, I mean, we're going with the Chiefs first. They had 2 different, obviously, teams in general. Last year, I got to play against the Chiefs, obviously, and I didn't get a chance to play in the game against the Ravens. So I'm looking forward to both of those opportunities, and it's a chance right out of the gate to find out what you got, and we really look forward to that. I mean, if you're going to go out, if you're going to come out of the season hot, you might as well come out against 2 of the best teams in the league and stack yourself up against them. And I think we're really looking forward to that challenge. And then even more so, week 3, the Steelers and playing against my brothers. Looking forward to that opportunity as well.
JJ, I understand you're a player, not a GM. You've said, things are above your pay grade. I think you're the highest paid player in the history of the team, so I don't know if anything's above your pay grade, but we understand what you mean. But when you lose a friend, when Nuke gets traded away, not only a friend, but one of the best players on the team, what's the immediate reaction to it?
I mean, it's tough. I mean, he's an unbelievable player. I've said I believe he has the best hands in the game. The guy can catch literally anything that you throw his way. But I think that one thing that people don't realize when you're talking publicly, they want you to say all these things. I think that people have to realize that not only did we trade away a guy who's a friend, a teammate who's been with me for years, but you're also bringing in new guys in a trade that if you go out in public and you say all these things, you say, oh, we want that guy. Why did we lose that guy? Well, at the exact same time, you're telling these brand new teammates that you're bringing in, we're mad that you're here. And so it's just, that's not how the world works. You can't operate like that as an athlete. No matter how much I do want DeAndre here and I wish that he was here, I also am excited about the new guys that we have and looking forward to have them on the team. So anybody who wants me to come out and say all these negative things or anything, I'm not going to do it. Do I think DeAndre is an unbelievable player, and am I going to miss watching him make circus catches every week? Yes.
Another former teammate, Clowney, played with him for 5 years, still a free agent. Are you surprised that he's still on the market and available to teams?
He'll find a team, he'll find an opportunity, and he'll go out there and he'll wreak havoc like he does. He's a great player. He makes a lot of things happen, and he'll find a team, no problem.
All right, Clowney's still on the market. You know who's not on the market? J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt got married this year. J.J. Watt also hosted SNL this year. And then, just to put a capper on it, we had a global pandemic. It has been quite a first couple of months to 2020 for you, my friend. Assuming that the league can do it safely and smartly, how much are you looking forward to getting back on the field and playing football and not just talking about how you're going to play football, even if there's no one in the stands? How much are players looking forward to that?
Very much so. I mean, obviously, we want to get back out on the field. We want to play games. We want to compete. We want to give fans the excitement. We want to give them something to watch and get excited about. And this is what we do. I mean, we train all year round. We work so hard because we want to get out there on that field with our teammates and play those games. So very much looking forward to it as long as we can do it safely in the right way. But, yeah, we want to get back on that field.
J.J., you mentioned, looking at the first game is the most important one. And I know that's always been your mentality, and I'll be quick here. But given the fact that the first game does happen to be the immediate opportunity to avenge what was a playoff defeat and a really crushing one, was there a little added excitement that we don't have to wait for Kansas City, we get them immediately?
Yeah, it's definitely an exciting opportunity to get right back in that same place, get right back against that same team, and have an opportunity to go out there and compete again. Obviously, we don't even want to think about what happened last time. It was horrible. That's not the way that we want to remember our time there. So we're looking forward to an opportunity to go up there and create some new memories there. And what better way to start out a season against the champs? If you want to be the champs, you got to beat the champs. So we're looking forward to that opportunity.
All right, JJ, let's have some fun. I got a couple questions for you. Don't think, just react, just speak. Here we go. Ready? Bigger off-season surprise, Tom Brady leaving New England or Rob Gronkowski unretiring?
I mean, they go hand in hand. If one was going to happen, the other was going to happen. So I would say Tom leaving then.
All right. The last player you would ever drive cross-country with?
My brothers.
Just either of them.
We get in fights. I mean, we would. Somebody would get kicked out halfway through Kansas.
Love it. What's the biggest thing you've learned about yourself during quarantine?
I need to become a better cook. I mean, I'm trying. I'm working hard, but I set off the fire alarm way too many times.
You and me both, my friend. Take the Texans out of it. First answer that comes to mind. Who's going to win the Super Bowl this year? Can't say the Texans.
Oh, I mean, you're not going to get that answer out of me. If I had to, I'd pick my brothers. But that's it.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.